On November 12, 1934, in Cincinnati, Ohio, Charles Milles Manson was born. Charles is an American criminal and sectarian leader in mid-1967, who formed what became known as the Manson Family, based in California. His followers committed a series of 9 murders in 4 locations in July and August 1969. According to the Los Angeles Commissioner, Manson plotted to start a race war, though this motive is questionable. In 1971, he was found guilty of murdering 7 people and conspiracy to murder in the first degree. Prosecutors acknowledged that Manson did not literally order the murders, but claimed that his ideology did indeed constitute an outright conspiracy. Manson was also convicted of first-degree murder for the murders of Gary Hinman and Donald Shea. Formerly an unemployed Manson who had spent more than half his life in correctional institutions by the time he started his cult. Prior to the murders, he was a little-known singer-songwriter in Los Angeles, mainly through his friendship with Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. In 1968, the Beach Boys produced 2 songs for Manson, Cease Being and Never Learn Not to Love. Manson received no financial profit from these recordings. The Los Angeles district attorney said Manson was obsessed with the Beatles, especially their 1968 self-titled album known as the White Album. He claimed to be guided by his interpretation of the Beatles' lyrics, and adopted the term, helter-skelter, to describe the impending apocalypse race war. At trial, the prosecution alleged that Manson and his followers believed the killings would help hasten that war. Other contemporary interviewees and those who testified during the sentencing phase of Manson's trial insisted that the murders were copycat crimes, intended to exonerate Manson's friend Bobby Beausoleil. During the summer of 1969, Manson told his followers that there would soon be a race war between the black population of America and the white population. Manson referred to the upcoming war as helter-skelter. In early August 1969, Manson encouraged his followers to start the helter-skelter by committing murders in the Los Angeles area and making the killings look racially motivated. The Manson family gained national prominence after the murders of actress Sharon Tate and 4 others in her home on August 8 and 9, 1969, and of Leno and Rosemary LaBianca the next day. Tex Watson and 3 other family members carried out the Tate and LaBianca murders on Manson's instructions. Manson was arrested, and during his trial, he did not explicitly order the murders. His conduct constituted a first-degree conviction, and he was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. This was due to the fact that his ideology of instigating a race war by killing those he considered pigs was an essential part of life for the participants. Family members were also responsible for assaults, robberies, and other crimes, and the attempted assassination of United States President Gerald Ford in Sacramento by Lynette Squeaky Fromm. While it is often believed that Manson never killed or attempted to kill anyone himself, there is evidence that he shot and left for dead a drug dealer on July 1, 1969, though the dealer survived. The death penalty was declared unconstitutional in 1972. Manson was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. The original death sentence was changed to life imprisonment on February 2, 1977. The most prominent members of the Manson family were Charles Tex Watson, a former musician and actor, musician and former pornographic actor Robert Beausoleil, Mary Brunner, former librarian, Susan Atkins, Linda Kasabian, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Leslie Van Houten. After a struggle with illness, he died in hospital on November 19 of a heart attack caused by respiratory failure and colon cancer.
How's your day going?
Day's going nice. The weather here is much better than the weather in Washington, D.C. We left 4 inches of snow. And I got out here and they said this is record warm temperatures.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. I've been locked up in the hole a long time. So for me to come out of that cell, it's a whole brand new experience.
And what's the prison routine like for you?
I sit in my cell 24 hours a day.
Do you read?
No.
Why not?
Well, I found my thoughts are more interesting than anything I can read.
Watch any television?
Occasionally.
What do you watch?
I watch, I spin it around a lot. I watch a little bit of everything.
Listen to radio?
When I have one, yeah.
Have any friends you talk to?
I'm friend to everything I see, everything I know, everything I feel.
What about other inmates?
I'm brother in these hallways for 40 years with no snitching on my jacket, and no asking for nobody to protect me, and walking on my own 2 feet.
You get a lot of mail.
Yeah.
What do they say? Those letters.
Everybody's playing a different game with the thought. They're playing boats and planes and trains and rabbits and ducks and swings and hearts and little girls and everything that you can think of. When we started the rainbow, all the thoughts that go with the seed grows up from the ground. Everything that grows starts and grows up. You go down on the earth to plant something, and you plant these seeds, and this garden grows. It's the same thing with the garden that's in the mind.
I want to talk about that, but let me stay with the routine, the facts of your life for a while. What about the scorpions? You make scorpions?
I make little things out of string.
Where do you send them?
Everywhere. Wherever they fit.
Does somebody pay you for them?
No.
Why scorpions?
Well, it's not only scorpions. I make all kinds of things. You know, scorpions is just one of the things that I happen to make. I'm spiritually allied with the scorpion and the wolf. See, spiritualism scares you people because you've got this little stereotype church that you're buying and selling, and you're trying to put God in a building. But God is much bigger than that little church. You know, and spiritualism is a lot more than they put in libraries and books.
Yeah, most religious people know that.
Yeah. Well, I'm allied with certain awarenesses of the desert.
Subscribe to the channel to receive all new